Good evening and welcome to this week's Strategy of the Week. My name is Ryan, Senior Consultant here at VectorVest, and I'll be giving you tonight's special presentation, the link between earnings and long-term price trends. Now here at VectorVest, we do have a great list of stocks titled Midas Touch. Now these stocks do utilize powerful proprietary indicators such as our stop price along with our moving averages, RT, and relative timing, which look at the short-term price trend of a stock to give us a sense of direction. Now, this strategy utilizes these indicators to look at stocks that have shown at least 3 months of upside momentum, giving you some of the best potential candidates out there. Now, not only do these stocks show favorable technical indicators, but in addition, because they are ranked by value, safety, and timing, we are bringing up some of the best candidates to the top of the list to give us long-term winners. Tonight's presentation, I will demonstrate how these long-term winners have rising earnings over time. Now, with a picture being worth 1,000 words, let's go ahead and jump in the VectorVest 7 software and give you a better overall visual of this information. All right, we're in the VectorVest software. Start out at the home page. Now, to find the Midas Touch stocks, go to the Viewers tab along the top. Over on the left, you're going to select Watch List Viewer. Down below, there's a cherry picking folder, and once you open it, you will see the Midas Touch stocks listed. Let me move this out of the way. So with over 9,000 stocks in our database, only 870 meet the Midas Touch requirement, and right now we're just displaying the top 20. You can see the momentum of these stocks continuing to the upside for today as well. And if we examine our fundamental indicators, the RV and RS, we can see strong fundamental ratings. Again, these are on a scale of 0 to 2. Above 1 is favorable, below 1 is unfavorable. Along with that, the RT relative timing, very high ratings here, showing a lot of magnitude with the short-term price trend to the upside currently. And as I mentioned a moment ago, these stocks are in order by VST, overall value, safety, and timing. So you're finding high momentum stocks in the list, and then we resort that list with the best combination of RV, RS, and RT. Now let's take a look at a graph so I could show you the Midas Touch requirements. Here was the first stock listed, IESC. Now, the first thing you'll notice, a green and red line, your price action. This is a moving average of our stop price. Now, our stop price is calculated by a 13-week moving average adjusted for the company's fundamentals. We're utilizing a 10-day along with the 65-day moving average to smooth out that data and give us a sense of overall trend. Now, down below, we do have two moving averages of RT relative timing. Again, this looks at the short-term price trend of the stock. We have a 5-day and a 40-day, and these two items give us a sense of trigger. You can see the trend of the stock has been in our favor for quite some time, and down below, the trigger gives us a sense of entry when you see the 5-day crossing over that 40-day moving average of RT. Two great examples here at this position. You see the most recent example here on September 20th with trend in our favor and the trigger given. Price action that day, the close, was at $183, while today it's at $218.25 currently. And as I scroll down these stocks, you'll notice a common theme here, nice lower left to upper right pattern over the last 3 months. Again, all of these moving averages must be moving to the upside over the last 3 months, confirming momentum from a technical basis. Now, if I change the graph layout to the VectorVest Simple, and we utilize the EPS or earnings per share, and let's zoom out to a 1-year time span, you'll notice the rise in earnings per share here over the last 12 months. This is the current leading 12-month forecasted data. You'll see a common theme here. If I use a trend line, nice lower left to upper right, stair-step fashion when it comes to earnings per share. You can see here as well. Over and over, we're seeing every stock here, a nice steady rise in earnings per share over the last 12 months, which we could see a correlation in the stock price itself. Most of these stocks hitting brand new 12-month highs as of today, or within the last week. There's an old saying here at VectorVest, and that is the earnings will be the fuel that drives the stock price higher. You can see with all the demonstrations I've given you so far why we look for rising earnings when it comes to long-term winners. Now let's run several quick tests and see the performance of these stocks and just make sure they're outperforming the market. To do so, I'm going to change the date. The first date I have for you is going to be on May 14th, which we did get a confirmed up signal that day. Once refreshed, the stocks that appear in the list are the same exact stocks that would have been here on May 14th. Next, I'll quick test. Putting the winners at the top of the list, you can see a lot of these stocks are double digits or more. 14 winners with only 6 losers. On average, these stocks rose 10%, while the VectorVest Composite or Broad Market was just at 6.86%. Now to go a little bit further back in time, let's go to the first trading day of the year. Again, the stocks that appear here would be the same stocks listed as if it were January 2nd, 2024. Now I'll select the quick test all button. Again, with 20 stocks, we have 14 winners, 6 losers, 28.49% gain overall, compared to the broad market or VectorVest composite, which came in at just 14.22% to the upside. And the quick test simply demonstrates price action between January 2nd and currently today, with no trading plan in place. Now let's close out of this window, and there's a great way to enhance the current Midas Touch stock that focuses on relative safety and our proprietary indicator, CI. Now, relative safety, this is an indicator of risk, speaks to the consistency of the company's financial performance and other attributes such as debt to equity ratio. While the CI is a technical indicator, looking at lengthy or severe price declines and the stock's ability to recover. Simply, it just lets us know if the stock goes up more than it goes down. You can see for the most part, the ratings are rather high already in the list for both of these proprietary indicators, but we're going to resort this list utilizing these two items. We're going to have CI times RS, or relative safety. Therefore, the stocks that appear at the top of the list are the same stocks with the highest combination of comfort index and relative safety. Now, let me change this back to our current date. These are the stocks in the list. There will be some overlap, you can see, with IESC, Axon, a couple others. But there are some new items here. We got TT, Toll Brothers, Pulte Group. And if we take a look at price action, again, the momentum is to the upside today. And let's graph these stocks. We already know that they meet the requirements of Midas Touch. Therefore, they're displaying the momentum to the upside. I just want to confirm the rising earnings per share, since that is the focus in tonight's presentation. And with a high RS rating, we could see nice, steady stair-step fashion with the EPS, or earnings per share, to the upside. As I scroll down, the earnings per share chart, about as nice as they're going to get, right? Lower left to upper right. I love what I see here. Again, these are the type of stocks that you want to have because they're demonstrating both momentum on a technical basis and have rising earnings with strong fundamentals displayed by our relative safety. Now let's go do some quick tests and see how this matches up with the traditional list of Midas Touch sorted by VST, or value, safety, and timing. The first one I'll go to is the confirmed call that we utilized in May 14th. Run our quick test. Here we've got 11.5% overall with 14 winners, 5 losers, and 1 even. If we compare that to the VectorVest composite, again, coming in at 6.87%. Now, if we remember the last quick test on this date, utilizing the top VST approach, brought in 10.07%. You can see utilizing RS and CI as attributes to find stock picks within the Midas Touch list did outperform, coming in at 11.5%. The next quick test I want to show you is going to be at the beginning of the year here, like we did the last one. On January 2nd, first trading day, see the stocks coming into the list here. So a quick test, the top 20. Here we've got 19 winners, 1 loser, an astonishing 43.7%, greatly outperforming the VST. Not saying that the VST indicator is bad by any means, but if you really want to enhance the Midas Touch approach for long-term winners, this is a great way to do so. You can see even compared to the VectorVest composite or the broad market this year, up just over 14%. These stocks collectively outperforming the broad market by almost threefold. Just for a quick recap, the Midas Touch layout by default is sorted by the VST, and these were the results from the two quick tests. You can see from the confirmed up situation in May, the results was at 10.17%, while compared to the same list being Midas Touch, just sorted differently, this time by CI and RS, to put a focus on the fundamentals of the company and price persistence. The quick tests in the same time period had results of 11.52%. Both of these did outperform the market. They're great strategies, but you can see the CI and RS giving a little bit of a competitive edge. And to test the long haul, we did do the first trading day of the year being January 2nd to current. The stock sorted by VST and the Midas Touch list came in at 28.64%, while the same list sorted by CI times RS had an astonishing 43.7% gain to the upside with 13 winners, only 1 loser. Both of these strategies outperforming the market greatly, but utilizing the CI and RS advantage gave us a 43.7%, which almost tripled what the VectorVest composite achieved in the same time span. Finding high momentum stocks really isn't that difficult. However, to find great momentum stocks that have strong fundamentals and rising earnings to give us great performance like we see here, we utilize the VectorVest 7 software. I demonstrated how in just a few minutes, find the Midas Touch watch list, graph these stocks, make sure that the earnings are on the rise, which for the most part they already are because the VectorVest 7 software does a great job bringing the best candidates to the top of the list. And that's why I wanted to put this strategy on your radar this week. Again, my name is Ryan and it's a pleasure giving you the strategy of the week this evening. If you have any questions on what we covered tonight, please don't hesitate to call support. Enjoy your weekend, VV Nation.
Yeah.